Our Honey Bunny card workshop is absolutely adorable and perfect for spring. It features a stitched thin cut with for butterfly wings, which is so adorable. This is a look at the first card. As you can see from either looking in our idea book or looking online, you can see their card is designed like this, with stamping along the sides here in Glacier, which is perfect. It's great to add to the background. They also added a little zip strip here and the friend as well. I chose to leave that off. I also added a black mat, and I matted the hello as well and didn't dovetail it. So you can just see some slight variations here, but the same basic pattern. And I love how it turned out. I love these little butterfly trails, even on the hello. I've also, because we've got this gorgeous polka dot in the background, I went ahead and used our polka dot embossing folder to emboss my envelope flap. Now, I'll show you in just a second here. Let's see. You can show the debossed side, which is shown here, or the embossed side, which is shown here. So the raised area here, or the raised area on the inside and the indented or debossed side. And the way you do that is, if you look at the embossing folder where the logo is, if the logo is face up and your paper is sandwiched in there like that, it will be embossed. You will see the raised image on top. But if you flip it over and put your envelope or paper inside and emboss it that way, you will have the debossed side face up. So just so you know the differences and can choose which one you like. So this is card number 1. Let's take a look at card number 2. This one we're using pattern paper and cardstock on those butterfly wings. I just love the polka dot. And can you see that stitching on the wings? It's absolutely gorgeous. So let's take a look here. A couple different things on this card. I have, here is their card here. You can see they've stamped another butterfly here in the background. And I chose to leave that off. And there's a happy birthday sentiment on the stamp set. I decided to use something different. So I pulled out an old floating by stamp set that I used, floating by to say hi. It was from a special a while back, and I just liked that on the butterfly here. I also took some Glacier ink and my blending brush, my ink blending brush, and just added some ink in the background underneath, just to kind of have that glowing blue sky in the background. It's a very subtle effect, but I like how it turned out. And now for card number 3. Card number 3 features these 2 little butterflies playing around together. Again, I've done some ink blending in the background, and I have You Make Me Smile Friend. So it just reminds me of 2 friends playing outside together. So yes, and that makes me smile. Here on their card, you can see where they've incorporated some stamping of flowers in the background, and that's great. It's almost like confetti, or even like the blossoms that blow off of the trees in the springtime. That's what it kind of reminds me of as they're floating around and playing on the breeze. I also added some of the butterfly trails. I mean, I just like that with the butterflies. And so there is a stamp for that, but you can also just use a journaling pen and make your own trails. So that's card 3. And finally, card number 4, on the back here, you can see there, so they've incorporated some stamping at the bottom here to use the butterfly trails to make flower stems and some flowers. And I chose to rather than stamp the sentiment on the paper here, I decided to make the paper a little bit longer and add some black matting. You can just see that that I've just changed it up a bit. It's the same basic concept. I have my sentiment at the bottom, again with some ink blending underneath, and the butterflies in a row, that's like the collect butterflies. So yeah, so that's those butterflies. And I will say, the card kit as designed is so fun and so cute. By just changing it up just a bit to make it your own, it can be whatever you want it to be. One thing I like to do, you can see here the butterflies just appear to be flat, but I like to take a piercing tool or something round and just kind of curl the edges. And this is very pronounced, but then once you get it down, it just gives it some dimension on your project afterwards. So you can see how it would sit up. And then once you add your butterfly body, it is going to push it down in the center a little bit, but you get some dimension. They're not just flat wings, they're curled up. I like that. So that is our Honey Bunny card making workshop that I will be teaching at Club this month.